It's time for Spring Hill High School basketball. Spring Hill Sports Live is brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Price Chopper, Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial, the Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Crown Realty, the Elliott Insurance Group, Prime Accounting Solutions, Farmers Insurance, Leah Smith Agency, the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Allstate, Libby Clark Agency, Spring Hill Fitness, Perfect Detail Salon, and Whitesell Optometry.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Good evening from Spring Hill High School for another Frontier League matchup between the Spring Hill Broncos and the Paola Panthers tonight on Spring Hill Sports Live. Along with Caden Carbajo, I'm Bryce Kessler. Spring Hill comes into play tonight. 5-10 on the season. They have dropped three in a row, including last Friday night's loss against Piper, 64-42. The final in that game, a third straight loss for the Broncos, and an early 23-3 run for Piper put the Broncos in a big hole in that game, but then Spring Hill actually outscored Piper 31-30 in the second half, but had 18 of their 25 turnovers committed in that first half during that time when they were digging that hole that they were unable to get out of. It was another big night from Allie Frank, who had 13 points and 12 rebounds, her second straight double-double. Kate Milroy added 9 points for the Broncos as she's been hot lately, the sophomore pouring in 25 points over her last 3 ball games. And now tonight they'll look to end that 3-game slide against the Paola Panthers, who come in looking at doing the opposite and picking up a 3-game winning streak. The Panthers are now 6-8, and they win last Friday 48-25 over Fort Scott. So now looking for their first 3-game winning streak of the season. They've won their last 2 Frontier League games after an 0-4 start in the league, while the Broncos also now 2-4 in the league. These two teams tied for 5th place in the Frontier League standings as they both look to get that 3rd win in their Frontier League schedule. These two teams met earlier this season back on January 3rd. Spring Hill winning that matchup in a right down to the wire fashion. 45-43 was the final. Spring Hill with a 2-point victory on a couple of Kate Milroy free throws with 8 seconds left in the 4th quarter. So we'll see if Spring Hill can finish off the season sweep of Paola as they get them on their home floor tonight. It's Spring Hill and Paola coming up on Spring Hill Sports Live. You're watching the Comfort Designs pregame show. We'll take a look inside the matchup along with your keys to the game and the starting lineups all coming up before tip-off about 15 minutes away here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453. Elliott Insurance Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Insurance Group, we work, live, and shop in our local communities, serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years. Elliott Insurance Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Insurance Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back inside the Comfort Designs pregame show tonight as we get you set for Spring Hill and Paola coming up on Spring Hill Sports Live. Pregame show brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. A rematch from a game back on January 3rd down in Paola that came right down to the wire. And it was a game that Kate Milroy picked up the winning free throws for Spring Hill. 45-43 on those two free throws by Milroy with 8 seconds left in a tie game at the time. Paola in that game with 24 turnovers. Spring Hill turned it over 18 times, so it was a bit sloppy at times, but it was competitive the entire way. And one thing that Spring Hill has done most of the year is won the rebounding battle. They're a +3 rebounding margin per game on the season, but they actually lost the rebounding battle that night as Paola was a +9 on the glass despite the 2-point loss. Both teams' top scorers were held down in that game. Braden Haniff for Paola was held to just 6 points. The honorable mention All-Frontier League player from last season, she was held to just 6. And Allie Frank for Spring Hill, who has been in double figures now 5 consecutive games and has poured in 32 points along with 29 rebounds in the last 2 contests. Frank had just 7 points and 6 rebounds in what was, to her standard, a down game in that matchup with Paola. So both teams will be looking for more from their stars this time around, as both teams' numbers across the board very similar. Both teams are giving up right around 41.5 points. Both teams scoring just over 40 points per game. They're both 2-4 in the league standings, so it is almost mirror image across the board when you look at the numbers with these two teams, and it played out that way the first time they faced each other. They were 2 in double figures for Paola the first matchup. Kate Ediger, a sophomore, led the scoring for Paola with 13 points, and Trinity McDowell, a senior, had 10. And for Spring Hill the first go-round, Kaylin Dawson was the big player for them that night. 14 points and 7 rebounds from Kaylin Dawson. Both those numbers were team highs on the night, and both are still season highs for Dawson as they rematch here tonight. She was the only player in double figures that night for Spring Hill, but they got a lot of contributions up and down the lineup. Milroy added 7, Frank had 7. They got 4 points each from Popovich, Oakes, and Cooper, which was a season high from Cooper. 3 from Dowd, 2 off the bench from Powell, 2 off the bench as well, or either in the starting lineup for Avery Anderson. So lots of different girls scored in that game as Spring Hill was able to pull out a 2-point road victory. Now they'll look to make it a sweep of Paola, and they'll try to do it this time on their home floor. That's a look at your matchup brought to you by Spring Hill Fitness, your local community gym. Spring Hill Fitness is dedicated to making a friendly, judgment-free environment open 24/7. Check them out on Facebook or call 913-686-2027. More of the Comfort Designs pregame show comes your way next, including our Crown Realty Keys to the Game at Spring Hill and Paola coming up on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Comfort Designs pregame show tonight from Spring Hill High School. It is Spring Hill and Paola coming up here on Spring Hill Sports Live. A look at our keys to the game brought to you by Crown Realty. Let Crown Realty help you get the keys to your dream home. Check out all their listings at crownrealty.com. And if you're in the market to sell your home, remember the key is a great agent, and that's what you'll find at Crown Realty in Spring Hill. Call 913-592-2222. Offensive key for Spring Hill in this game. We saw it bite them in their game against Paola on Friday night. They had 25 turnovers in that game, but 18 of the 25 came in the first half. That's the number they had in the game against Paola, 18. Now, they forced 24 that time around, so it'd be nice to get those turnovers forced again, but cut down the offensive turnovers after a 25 turnover night on Friday, and that's what kind of kept Paola in the game. The other side of what kept Paola in the game was the rebounding margin. The Panthers were almost a double-digit rebounding edge in that game, a +9 on the glass. Spring Hill's been pretty good this year as far as the rebounding numbers go, and Allie Frank has been a big part of that. She's averaging 9.5 rebounds per game, has 29 rebounds in the last 2 games for Spring Hill. So I expect the Broncos to be better tonight on the glass, and I think if they could do a recipe of those two things, clean up some of those turnovers that plagued them against Paola, and do a better job on the glass, that might make this not only a win, because they did win that game against Paola, despite those two things not going very well for them. But not only will they win this one tonight, but they will hopefully do it more comfortably than they had to, as they were able to eke out the victory by 2 points late on the road in Paola. Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Crown Realty. Both teams at 2-4 in the Frontier League, tied for 5th place in the league standings. A game and a half back of Lewisburg, which is who Spring Hill will face coming up on Friday night. Coming up next, it's the starting lineups and the opening tip. You've been watching the Comfort Designs pregame show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
For more than 20. Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to Cool Crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Our national anthem tonight here at Spring Hill High School. I didn't catch what class or grade or whatever that was, the age of the youngsters singing the national anthem tonight, but they did an excellent job.
Wolf Creek. I think it was Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek, there we go. Caden with the information that we needed. Wolf Creek Elementary. Well done by the youngsters down there with our national anthem tonight. All right, it's time for your starting lineups. They're brought to you by Perfect Details Salon at 516 North Webster in Spring Hill. The Broncos will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Perfect Details Salon, where they're devoted to making clients flawless from head to toe. Make an appointment online at salonperfectdetails.com or by calling 913-592-5022. For the Paola Panthers tonight, coming to play at 6-8, 2-4 in the Frontier League. Our starting lineup is a 5'11 senior, number 14, Braden Hanneth, who was honorable mention all-league last year. The Broncos held her in check the first time around, just 6 points for Hanneth. Kate Ediger, a 5'7 sophomore, is number 15. She was their leading scorer in the first matchup with 13 points. Madison Bryant is a 5'3 senior, number 22. She had 5 points the first meeting. Michaela Garrett, a 5'9 senior, number 34, 4 points, 4 rebounds in the first matchup. And Trinity McDowell is a 5'9 senior, number 35, who had 10 points and 5 rebounds for Paola. Their head coach is Stuart Ross, and again they interplay at 6-8 on the season, 2-4 in the Frontier League. For the Spring Hill Broncos, Kate Milroy, a sophomore, number 1, averaging 6 points per game this year. She had 7 in the first matchup with Paola. Avery Anderson, a 5'7 senior, number 10, averaging 3 points, 3 rebounds. She had 2 points in the first matchup. Kaylin Dawson, 5'4 senior, number 13, a team high and still a season high, 14 points the first matchup with Paola. Had 14 points and 7 rebounds, both numbers season best still for Dawson. She's averaging 5 points and a team best 3 assists per game. Allie Frank, number 15, is a 6-foot junior, 13.5 points and 9.5 rebounds per game. Both lead the team. She had 7 and 6 the first matchup with Paola. And Paige Cooper, a 5'5 senior, number 22, who had a season-high 4 points in the matchup with Paola. She's averaging just over 1 point per game. The head coach of the Broncos in his 16th season is Clay Freegon. So it's Paola who controls the opening tip, and they get the first possession here tonight in the rematch. The first meeting went all the way down to the final seconds. Kate Milroy hit 2 free throws with 8 seconds left of the fourth quarter to give Spring Hill a 45-43 victory back on January 3rd. That three-point attempt by McDowell bounces up over the backboard, out of bounds to Spring Hill. Broncos also 2-4 in the Frontier League. Spring Hill 5-10 overall. Kate Milroy, who's performed well the last couple of games, 25 points over her last 3 games, continuing to up that scoring average, which is now 5.8 per game, and that's second best on the team. She gets it from Frank, who's the top scorer on the team. Bounce pass inside to Dawson, trying to get it out to Cooper, and it's deflected away and stolen by Paola. The opening tip was brought to you by Spring Hill Recreation Commission. Don't forget to sign up for the annual Daddy-Daughter Dance, which is coming right up. Scheduled for this Saturday, February 15th at the Meadowlark Event Center. It's $30 per couple and $10 for each additional daughter. To register, go online to springhillrec.org or call 913-592-2214. So Paola gives a turnover back to Spring Hill, and the Panthers go to the bench right away. Dakaya Yates, a 5'9 sophomore, has come in for Garrett within the first minute and 20 seconds of this game. Haniff on the rebound from that Spring Hill miss, and a wild shot thrown up by Bryant. Loose ball in the paint. Avery Anderson down onto the floor to pick it up, and then a timeout Spring Hill with 6:24 left in the opening quarter. So a very early timeout taken by the Broncos. Obviously, it was not a timeout other than to save a possession right here. Not that that's not important, but a very early one used. 30-second timeout here for Spring Hill as Anderson was in a predicament down in the paint there. Didn't have any options to get rid of that basketball, and the timeout will allow Clay Freegon to keep the possession here for Spring Hill. They'll be inbounding in the backcourt with 6:24 remaining in this opening quarter as we're just underway tonight. A Frontier League doubleheader with the boys game coming up a little bit later on this evening, around 7:30 or so. So no changes made for either team at that timeout, and it's Spring Hill basketball as we return to action. Just a minute and a half, a little more than that into this opening quarter. Still no score. Dawson brings the pass across to Anderson, and she loses the basketball, stolen by Yates. So I said no changes. I lied, though. It looks like Sydney Boddicker, a 5'2 senior, has checked in for Paola. So I was wrong. There was a change made at that timeout. This is Yates in the corner. 3 rattles out. Hanover make that McDowell on an offensive rebound. And Trinity McDowell on the second chance puts Paola on the board first. They call the foul on Allie Frank, her first, team's first, with 5:51 to go in the opening quarter. And another change made by Paola as they will go to their bench again for I guess what, did Bryant come back in now? Looks like, yeah. So here's Frank from the baseline, and Yates on the rebound from the backside. 2-0 Paola, 5.5 to go in the opening quarter. Trinity McDowell, who has it top of the key, now gives off to Edgar. McDowell's got the lone bucket so far. Missed the free throw. It would have made it a 3-point play. Corner to Bryant. Spring Hill zone defense to open up. McDowell wants to go baseline, knocked out of her hand by Cooper, and it is last touched by Cooper as it goes out of bounds. Now Spring Hill will make their first substitutions of the game, and in comes Kaylee Oakes along with Brooke Powell. Both sophomores, and they replace Anderson and Cooper. Bryant inbounds to Haniff on the right wing. A 2-0 Paola lead. 3 minutes and change into this opening quarter. Edgar into traffic. Comes up short, and Allie Frank clears for Spring Hill. Powell then throws it away as it's stolen by Haniff, who was just back playing safety in the middle of that defense when Powell threw it right to her. Frank with another rebound, and that missed by McDowell, then turned over for a fourth time already. McDowell bumped, fouled, and will go to the line for two as Kaylin Dawson commits her first personal foul and the second team foul charged to Spring Hill. Well, this is Trinity McDowell at the line. 10 points, 5 rebounds in the first matchup with Spring Hill. And McDowell able to connect on the first foul shot, makes it 3-0 Paola as Jenna Weber comes in to replace Caitlin Dawson. And for Paola, Sophie Jones, senior, has checked in for Paola. 1 out of 2 at the free throw line for McDowell. A 3-0 Paola lead on the road as they look to avenge that 2-point loss back at their place on January 3rd. And Spring Hill has turned it over now 5 times in the opening 3:45 of this ball game. McDowell will check out with the first time, and in comes Michaela Garrett. Midway point of the quarter, 3-0 Paola. Yates from the left wing, and that one's on the money. She just missed the first time. She had it halfway down, and it spun out for her. And that time she had it right on the money, so it's 6-0 Paola. Ball knocked out by the Panthers. It'll stay with Spring Hill. Yates pulled down 6 rebounds in the first matchup, which was tied for the team lead, but she didn't score. She has made sure that won't happen again tonight. Off at the bench with a big 3. Underneath, Oakes taps it back out to Powell. Now Milroy, she looks for the answering 3 and finds it on the right wing. Now Milroy continues to shoot the ball well for Spring Hill. Coming in last 3 games with 25 points in that 3-game stretch. Garrett's scoop won't go. Kaylee Oakes the rebound for Spring Hill with 3:13 left in the quarter. Broncos down by 3. Powell across to Weber. She gets a nice look at that 3, but it spins out. Oakes down on the floor with the offensive rebound. Powell will reset things for Spring Hill. Milroy again on that same spot. She just hit a 3. Sends it onto the block to Powell. Frank, offensive rebound, and they get 3 chances at it on that possession down the floor, and eventually they capitalize for 2 from Allie, who's already got 5 rebounds in this first quarter. Teeing up a 3 for the right wing, Bryant. Bounds over to the backside where Powell secures the rebound for Spring Hill. 2.5 to go in the quarter. Broncos down by 1, looking to change that to a lead, and they will on that bucket from Kaylee Oakes. So a nice response by Spring Hill. It forces a timeout from Paola with 2:18 left in the opening quarter, as that is a 7-0 spurt by the Spring Hill Broncos following that 6-0 start for Paola. And Spring Hill has taken their first lead of the quarter with 2:18 remaining in this first period. 2 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist already for Kaylee Oakes off of the bench. She had one of her better games of the year against Paola the first matchup. 4 points, which is still a season high, and 2 rebounds. And she's already got 2 points, 2 more rebounds tonight. She'll check out of the game at the timeout. Back in comes, or rather in for the first time, comes Michaela Popovich, a 5'10 junior. Number 42 is checked in for Spring Hill to join Weber, Milroy, Frank, and Powell. And back off of the bench and back in comes starter Kate Ediger for Paola. They break the press and they get 2 from Sophie Jones on the assist by Garrett. And the lead goes back to Paola at 8-7. Trinity McDowell has also returned to the lineup for Paola. Here's a steal from Madison Bryant. Ediger on the drive. Banks it too hard, and it's out of bounds off of Ediger. Spring Hill basketball. Kaylin Dawson back in for the Broncos. And in for Paola comes Maggie Kauk, a 5'8 freshman who did not play in the first meeting. She is checked in for the first time. Paige Cooper has also come back in for the Broncos. Minute 40 left in the quarter. 1 point Paola lead. Milroy bounces it into Popovich. Slips it to Frank from 8 feet out, straight away off the heel. Popovich able to save it for the time being, but eventually it does go out of bounds over to Paola. Full court pressure from Spring Hill. Paola was able to break that press and got an easy layup out of it the first time they put it on. McDowell in the center of the floor, fires it out to Ediger, and her bounce pass goes off the foot of Popovich and out of bounds. A minute 17 remains in the quarter. 6-0 run to start for Paola. A 7-0 run to answer by Spring Hill. The Panthers then took the lead back on that Jones layup. This is Ediger from Garrett. Count the bucket. And a chance to line for Kate Ediger to make it a 3-point play as Michaela Garrett picks up her second assist for Paola. The foul called on Kate Milroy, her first personal, the team's third. Braden Haniff checks in to replace Garrett for Paola. Ediger's free throw misses. McDowell with a one-handed rebound. Put back try goes off the bottom side of the rim, then out of bounds off of Spring Hill. Avery Anderson checking in for Spring Hill, replaces Popovich. 1:07 left in the quarter with 10-7 Paola lead. McDowell to inbound. Deflected away by Anderson, thrown off the leg of McDowell and out of bounds. A good effort play there by Avery Anderson, forcing the Paola turnover. Dakaya Yates checking in. The official up at midcourt had blown his whistle to get Yates into the game after the official administering the inbound play had already handed the ball, so they'll reset, allow Yates in. And now Spring Hill with a minute left in the quarter, down by 3. Frank out to Milroy, who's hit from downtown once already. That one won't go, and Braden Haniff in a lot of traffic pulls down the Paola rebound, then gets tied up by Dawson. The arrow will give it back to Spring Hill. 41 seconds now left in the half. Dawson will inbound to the baseline, left side of the bucket for the Broncos, who trail by 3. And the inbound pass deflected by McDowell, then knocked into the backcourt where Milroy tracks it down. So Spring Hill narrowly avoids the turnover. Still 30 seconds left in the quarter. Anderson touches it out to Dawson. Three-pointer way too strong, and Dakaya Yates the rebound with 20 seconds left in the quarter. We'll see if Paola holds for the final shot, and they will not. McDowell pulls up for a deep 3, and Dawson with the rebound. Pushes up to Milroy, 8 seconds left in the quarter. Bounce into Anderson, and a foul on Paola with 5 seconds left in the quarter. First foul of the game against the Panthers. It will be charged to Braden Haniff. 5 seconds. Dawson throws it out to Milroy on the wing. Bounce pass to Cooper. Three-pointer is blocked. Yates tracks it down. McDowell unable to get it away in time, and that will end the first quarter with Paola on top of Spring Hill. 10-7 through 1 on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
We start the second quarter in Spring Hill tonight. A 10-7 Paola lead on the road as the Panthers are looking to avenge a 2-point loss suffered at home back on January 3rd to the Broncos. And Paola turns it over on their first possession of the quarter. Allie Frank with the steal, and Spring Hill gives it back. That is now 7 Bronco turnovers, 4 Panther turnovers. Paola assisted 3 of their 4 first quarter field goals. The Broncos 2 assists on 3 field goals. Spring Hill the +1 rebounding, or +3 right now. 10-7 advantage for Spring Hill, and they're going to call a push on Trinity McDowell as she and Milroy got kind of tangled up. And McDowell has called for her first personal foul and the second team foul. And also McDowell comes away holding her left knee, which has a brace wrapped around it, and she will come out of the game hobbled a little bit as Dekaya Yates checks in for her. Two lead changes in the opening quarter. It opened up with a 6-0 run by Paola. Spring Hill answered with 7 in a row. And then the Panthers got the final 4 to take the 10-7 lead through one quarter. And Dawson throws that one into the corner to nobody. Paola with the ball up by 3. Garrett swings right side. Now back up top. Ediger works it back to Garrett on the left wing. She's assisted 2 of their 4 buckets so far in the game. Yates from the corners, hit from 3-point land already one time tonight. Now back to Garrett on the right side. Ediger trying to dump it into Haniff, into traffic, and what are they going to call? Jump ball? Yep. And that will give it to Spring Hill. Already a combined 13 turnovers in this contest with 6:43 left in the first half. Spring Hill had issues in the first half against Piper with 18 turnovers in that first half. They only had 7 then after halftime, but they had dug a 20-plus point hole, outscored Piper by 1 in the second half, and still lost by 22 because of the big hole they had dug in the first half. And now another Spring Hill turnover. Haniff running into Cooper, and a blocking foul called on Page with 6:20 left in the first half. Braden Haniff will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. They did a good job holding Haniff in check the first meeting, and she is scoreless so far tonight again. Haniff had 6 points in the first meeting and didn't score until the fourth quarter. She's got her first point of this game here in the first half tonight. Weber and Oakes back in as Cooper and Anderson check out of the lineup for Spring Hill. The foul, by the way, which is the first on Paige Cooper. And Braden Haniff makes both of the foul shots. And back in comes Sydney Boddicker. She replaces Madison Bryant for Paola. As this game of runs has continued, 6-0 run for Paola to start, 7-0 run by Spring Hill to answer, and now a 6-0 run by Paola back the other way. And the Panthers lead by 5. Dawson outside the paint, mid-post to Frank. Weber finds Oakes in the corner. Into Frank it goes, and Garrett got her hand on the ball, they'll say, and that's going to go as a block shot for Michaela Garrett as Allie Frank came away questioning whether or not she got fouled, but they don't get the call, and it remains a 5-point Paola lead. Garrett from up top. Nothing there. We'll get it back out to Haniff. Paola has been very patient on offense against this zone defense of Spring Hill. They are not trying to force much at this point. Spring Hill may be forced to kind of extend their zone pressure a little bit. As Paola continues to just work the ball around the perimeter. Now into Garrett it comes. Oakes down on the floor, ties her up. Paola will keep it on the possession arrow with 5 minutes left in the half. Brooke Powell checks back in for Spring Hill, replacing Dawson. Haniff stripped by Oakes, but then Oakes had to get rid of the ball because she was falling over. Ediger has it crawl out, and Allie Frank with the rebound. Frank with already 6 rebounds, but just 2 points for the Broncos' leading scorer. Paola held her to just 7 the first meeting. Oakes in trouble, trying to throw it off of Bodeker's leg, it looked like, and it stayed in bounds. Fortunately for Spring Hill, it went right to Allie Frank. Oakes' pass was behind Frank, and it's another Spring Hill turnover. Double-digit turnovers here in the first half with 4 minutes and some change left until halftime. Ediger working in against Powell. Her spinning shot spins out. And Brooke Powell with the rebound for Spring Hill. Weber a chance in transition is fouled by Bodeker. So 2 free throws coming up for Jenna Weber as Paola commits just their 3rd foul of this first half, in the first on Sydney Bodeker. Jenna Weber only 3 out of 7 this year at the free throw line. The freshman hasn't been to the stripe very often, and her free throw is good on this trip. We'll have one more as the Broncos try to chip off the lead down to 4 now. Frank and Oakes check out. Popovich and Anderson return for Spring Hill. Garrett checks out. And Sophie Jones comes back in for Paola. Ediger also, Ediger stays in. And that's Popovich on the putback after the missed free throw. And she gets fouled as well. So that couldn't have worked out better for Spring Hill. They get the 1 point from Weber at the line. Then they get 2 more from Popovich and a chance to make this a 4-point possession as Dakaya Yates picks up that foul, her first and the team's 4th. And Popovich does add the free throw. So a nice 4-point possession for the Broncos. And that has trimmed the lead all the way back down to 1. Ediger from the top of the key, just 2 points so far from the sophomore who had 13 to lead the scoring for Paola in their first matchup. They get a good high-low here, but Ediger missed it. Good look from very close, but Kate Ediger has a lid on the basket for her early on in this game. Spring Hill a chance to get the lead back. Brooke Powell's mid-range shot won't go, though. Sophie Jones the rebound for Paola. That ball just thrown into no man's land in the middle of the floor. Still loose, and eventually Anderson comes up with it for Spring Hill after Popovich dove onto the floor to save it. Yates fouls Weber, and it'll put Jenna back at the free throw line on the 2nd foul committed by Yates, and the 5th team foul on Paola. 2 shots for Jenna Weber, who will have a chance to put Spring Hill back in front. First foul shot misses. Now in best case scenario, we'll try to tie this game. Frank returns for Spring Hill. Trinity McDowell has checked back in for Paola along with Morgan Clark, who enters for the first time. Oh for 2 for Weber that time at the line, and she's now 1 out of 4 at the free throw line. Going to call a kickball that time on Milroy. .247 remains in this first half. The official having to tie his shoe. Reason for the delay, putting it back into play, and here we go. McDowell will inbound. She's got 3 points, which ties her for the team lead in scoring with Dakaya Yates. Both these teams have spread the scoring out so far. Foul on Avery Anderson. And she tried to cut off McDowell on the drive. That's the 5th on Spring Hill, the 1st on Anderson. Well, neither team has a player with multiple field goals yet. The leading score for each team is 3 points right now. 5 different girls have scored for Spring Hill, and 5 different girls have scored for Paola already in this game. And it's a 12-11 Panther lead. Clark bouncing it inside to Bryant, knocked back out by Spring Hill. Broncos have switched into a man-to-man, and they've got another deflection, but Paola keeps it, deflected again. Two minutes left in the half. Jones has another pass deflected, and finally Spring Hill able to stick to it. They got multiple deflections that time down, and Weber hits the floor hard again as she's run over by Maddie Kalk, and that will put, no, that's only 6, beg your pardon. So the 6th team foul. And Dawson and Cooper check back in for Spring Hill with 1:49 left in the half. Weber, who's been on the floor a couple of times now, she'll go out of the game. Frank inside, able to bank that one in on the feed by Dawson. And Spring Hill has retaken the lead at 13-12. Our third lead change is we've had 4 separate runs of 6-0, 7-0, 6-0, and now 6-0. McDowell, bank shot goes to give the lead back to Paola. And both times Spring Hill has taken the lead, it's lasted all of about 5 seconds. It only lasted long enough for Paola to take the ball to the other end of the floor, and they've answered right back both times. Cooper turns it over on the drive. A 3-on-1. McDowell gives it up, and Bryant missed the layup. McDowell on the rebound, has it blocked out of bounds or not. It just went straight out of bounds off of McDowell. Kaylee Oakes back in for Spring Hill. Braden Haniff back in for Paola. Missed chance there for the Panthers on a fast break chance with numbers, but they come up empty as we go under a minute left in the half. Spring Hill down by 1. Dawson inside to Frank, and it works again. So Allie puts Spring Hill back on top, 15-14. Haniff gets 2 right back for Paola. So the lead now swapping hands 6 times in this first half, with 4 of them happening in the last, minutes time. 10 seconds left in the half. Milroy splits defenders down the middle of the paint and banks in the runner. So Kate Milroy's 2 gives Spring Hill the lead back as we head to halftime. 7 first half lead changes, 5 of them come in a flurry in the final minute. And it's Spring Hill 17, Paola 16 at the half. Coming up, it's the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome to the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show tonight from Spring Hill, where we've got a back-and-forth battle between the Broncos and the Panthers. They played a 2-point game where they met down in Paola on January 3rd, and it's a 1-point game midway through this contest, as it is Spring Hill on top of Paola 17-16. The halftime show brought to you by Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. To learn more, call 913-221-0755. Just up the street at 159th and Merlin, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. This game started with 4 straight runs of 6+ points. It was Paola opening up the game with a 6-0 run. Spring Hill answered on a 7-0 spurt to take their first lead at 7-6. Paola on the ensuing possession took the lead right back, which started another 6-0 run for the Panthers that put them up 12-7. And then the Broncos again answered by going on a 6-0 run to take a 13-12 lead. Once again, it was answered on the ensuing possession by Paola as the Panthers took it back 14-13, and then the two teams just traded the lead back and forth. It went from 13-12 Broncos to 14-13 Panthers, 15-14, then 16-15, and now 17-16. So we had, 6 different one-point leads in the final 125 of that first half. So it went back and forth in a flurry, and in the end, 7 different lead changes in the first half and a 1-point Spring Hill lead at halftime, 17-16, as the Broncos outscored Paola 10-6 in the second quarter after being outscored 10-7 in the first quarter. That's a look at the Eye on the Game, brought to you by White Cell Optometry Vision Source. Keep an eye on your child's screen time. If they're experiencing eye strain or headaches, it might be a good time for an exam. Make an appointment with White Cell Optometry Vision Source by calling 913-592-2020, and be sure to ask about the 2020 rule. We're back with the first half stats for you right after this. It's Spring Hill 17, Paola 16 at the half on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Whitesell Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Whitesell Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Whitesell and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Whitesell Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
Elliott Insurance Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Insurance Group, we work, live, and shop in our local communities, serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years. Elliott Insurance Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Insurance Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit elliottInsuranceGroup.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back inside the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show. Spring Hill with a 17-16 lead on top of Paola at the break. Time to take a look at the first half numbers for you. Spring Hill, we talked in the open about our Crown Realty keys to the game, winning the rebounding total, something they did not do the first time. They are +3 at half in this game. Spring Hill with a 14-11 advantage. The other key was limit the turnovers, and that's something they did not do in the first half. Spring Hill gave it away 11 times in the first half. Paola gave it back 7 times, and both teams assisting a high clip of their buckets. Paola 5 assists on 6 made field goals. Spring Hill 4 assists on 7 made field goals. Pretty even at the free throw line. Spring Hill 2 of 5, Paola 3 of 6, and from the three-point arc, each team has made 1 3-pointer. Individual leaders for it, Paola, 5 different girls scoring in the first half. Trinity McDowell has a team-high 5 points. Braden Haniff with 4. Dakaya Yates hit their lone 3. She's got the 3 points. Sophie Jones and Kate Ediger each with 2 points. Michaela Garrett has a team-high 3 first-half assists. And Trinity McDowell and Dakaya Yates tied for a team-high 3 rebounds each. For Spring Hill, they also had 5 different girls score in the first half, led by Allie Frank, who's got 6 points. Kate Milroy added 5 points. She hit the lone 3-pointer for Spring Hill. And then they got 2 points from Kaylee Oakes, 3 points from Michaela Popovich, and 1 point from Jenna Weber. Kaylin Dawson's 2 assists leads the way there. And Allie Frank with a team-high 6 first-half rebounds. 17-16, Spring Hill on top of Paola as we head to the second half. You've been watching the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show. Second half starts next on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to Cool Crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Start of the second half in Spring Hill tonight. It's the Spring Hill Broncos on top of the Paola Panthers, 17-16. 7 total lead changes in that first half. And the Broncos with the basketball to start half number 2. They have not led by more than 1 point. They've had 4 different 1-point leads, Spring Hill, but never by more than that 1 point. And a foul committed by Paola on the opening possession. They call it on Trinity McDowell, her second, and the team's first of the second half. Dawson lobs into Frank, and McDowell blocks her shot from behind. Milroy gets a deflection and comes up with a steal on the other end for the Broncos. Anderson out to Dawson. Top of the key to Frank. Rebounded by Bryant. Ediger up to Garrett, who's got a team high 3 assists right now. Garrett gives it up top to Ediger. Ediger dribbles down into a double team, finds a cutting Braden Haniff, who gets hacked on the way up. And 2 shots coming up for the senior Braden Haniff, as the foul is charged to Paige Cooper, her second, team's first of the second half. 2 shots here for Braden Haniff, who's made both of her free throws so far attempted tonight, but misses that one off the back of the rim. And 0 for 2, but Garrett's there for the offensive rebound for Paola. And she'll fire up a 3, but won't get it. And Allie Frank ends the possession with a rebound. So Spring Hill up by 1, back into the front court they go. Cooper on the cut, out to Anderson. Back around to Frank. Gets around Haniff. Bank shot won't go. Follow attempt won't go either, but a foul will give Allie a chance at the free throw line. They call it on Kate Ediger, her first, team's second. 2 shots for the top free throw shooter on the team for Spring Hill, 60% this year. But that one's short. Jenna Weber checking in, replaces Cooper for Spring Hill. And Frank goes 0 for 2. So both teams struggling at the line. Spring Hill 2 of 7, Paola 3 of 8. And it remains just a 1-point game. And a blocking foul is going to be called on Avery Anderson. And that will be Avery's second foul. Second team foul. Garrett to inbound for Paola. Into Ediger. And that time Ediger gets the roll. She's had a couple of tough break rolls in there, but that time it goes in for her. And Paola takes the lead back at 18-17. Frank working deep in the block, but Haniff with another block shot for Paola. McDowell over Weber. Paola's led by as many as 6 in this game. They now go up by 3, as they have never trailed by more than 1. This game very similar to the first time these two teams play, which was a back and forth battle right down to the wire. Jump ball is called. That will turn it back over to Paola. Brooke Powell checking in for Spring Hill. Dakaya Yates comes in for Paola. Kaylee Oakes will also enter for Spring Hill. Deflected near the sideline. Weber trying to make like an NFL receiver, keep her toes in and catch that ball to save it. .520 remains in the third quarter. A 3-point Paola lead with the ball. Yates, who's got the lone three-pointer in this game for Paola. She's got it back out top of the key. McDowell to Garrett mid-post. Works across the lane, draws the foul, and 2 more shots coming for the Panthers. Kaylee Oakes picks up the foul, her first, team's third. And Michaela Garrett could be the 6th Panther to score in this game if she's able to make a free throw, and she does. Sophie Jones re-enters for Paola. And Garrett got them both. She'll come out. Hannah replaces her. 6-0 run to start the second half for Paola. Third 6-0 run they've had in this game. That's as far as the runs they've gotten, as Spring Hill's been able to cap them at 6. Powell will cap this one at 6. And now 6 Broncos have scored as well. 12 different girls have scored in this game. Oakes diving out of the floor to try to force the turnover, and does, as the jump ball is called, and we'll give it to Spring Hill. 3-point game with 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter. So 12 different girls have scored. 14 different girls have either scored or assisted a bucket, and that's Powell feeding Oakes for an easy bucket that time. Good find there by Brooke Powell to pull Spring Hill back within 1. Knocked away from Jones, but Hannah keeps it for Paola. Then her layup is blocked, comes back out to McDowell. Yates to the baseline, all the way through, back up top to Jones, and then thrown out of bounds. Sydney Boddicker will check in for Paola. She comes into the contest replacing Jones with 3:59 to play. Third quarter, back to a 1-point game. This night has spent a lot of time in a 1-point margin. One way or the other, as we've had 8 lead changes. Whole game has been played within a 7-point window, and now our 9th lead change of the night gives the lead back to Spring Hill as Allie Frank has 8 points now for the Broncos. Nakia Yates missed from close range, got it back, missed again as Allie Frank looked like she got a hand on that second attempt. Frank up to 9 rebounds as she is staring at potentially a third straight double-double. Powell fouled by Hannah, and 2 shots coming up for the sophomore Brooke Powell. Timeout, Paola, 3:17 remaining in the third quarter. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep things right here with 3:17 left in the third quarter. Spring Hill will try to get their largest lead of the night here at the free throw line. They have led now on 5 different occasions by 1 point. And Brooke Powell, for the first time, will be able to kind of extend that beyond the 1-point lead. Largest lead for Paola, 6. Largest lead for Spring Hill, 1. So a 7-point window with 9 lead changes through 2.5 quarters so far. Powell, Frank, Oakes, Weber, and Milroy for Spring Hill. Hannah, McDowell, Kauk, Boddicker, and Yates. The 5 out there for Paola. Powell on the year, 9 out of 18, right at 50% at the free throw line. And for the time being, it stays just a 1-point lead. Broncos now 2 out of 8 at the free throw line only tonight. On the year, they're a 53% free throw shooting team, but they are well below that number at 2 out of 9 this evening. Jump ball on the rebound. And that will be Spring Hill basketball. Or check that, Paola basketball. So still just a 1-point Spring Hill lead. The Broncos have scored the last 6. And a near turnover, but that ball out of bounds off the deflection by Weber. Madison Bryant back in for Paola. Boddicker checks out. They run and jump Yates, got rid of it, then it pinballs out of bounds, last off the knee of Frank, it looked like. Under 3 to play now in the third. Haniff bounces into Yates. McDowell fires it back into Haniff. Backdoor cut and a foul as Maddie Kalk will go to the line. A foul against Spring Hill, charged Caton Milroy. Second personal foul and the team's 4th foul. 2 shots for Kalk, a freshman for Paola, who did not play in their first matchup, but she's got 1 point, 1 rebound, 1 assist now tonight after that made free throw. And believe it or not, but the first time as close as this game has been throughout, we're tied for the first time tonight. McDowell with a rebound after the second free throw was missed. So Paola a chance to get the lead back. McDowell from the three-point arc does it as she knocks down the 3 to give her 10 points on the evening. And a 3-point lead to Paola. Powell falling over, missed it. McDowell the rebound. And then a foul committed by Oakes in the backcourt. 15 foul and the second on Kaylee Oakes. Michaela Popovich back in for Oakes. Paige Cooper will also check in along with Kaylin Dawson for Spring Hill. Dawson got her hand on it and secures it for the steal. Popovich comes flying in from a wing to lay it in. So Popovich now with 5 tonight off the bench. Makes it a 1-point game with 2 minutes left in the third. McDowell runs into the Spring Hill defender Popovich, and that foul on Michaela, her first. So McDowell to the free throw line. Another good game for Trinity McDowell tonight. 10 points, 6 rebounds. Second effective game this year against the Broncos. Had 10 and 5 in the first meeting. Just 1 for 4 at the free throw line, though, for McDowell tonight. Garrett checks back in, replacing Yates. And another free throw missed as Allie Frank pulls down her 10th rebound. Third straight game with double-digit rebounds for Frank. Second personal foul then on Maddie Kalk and the team's 4th. A 1-point game still with 1:58 left in the third. Paola now just 6 of 14 at the line. Spring Hill hasn't been able to take advantage of the charity stripe either, 2 of 9. Powell off a deflection, gives the lead back to Spring Hill. 27-26 with 1:40 left in the third. Hannah for 3. Another tray for Paola. They've now hit 3 of them. And it's 29-27 Paola. A dozen lead changes tonight. Frank inside the paint, fouled by Garrett and gets the basket. Well, Frank ties it with 1:11 left in the third. She's got her 3rd consecutive double-double with 10 points and 10 rebounds tonight. The foul on Garrett, her first. 15th foul, and Frank gives us our 13th lead change as she knocks down the free throw. 11 points, 10 rebounds from Allie Frank, who now over the last 2 games plus almost 3 quarters has 43 points and 39 rebounds. That foul on Spring Hill will put Paola at the free throw line as they are over the limit with their 7th team foul. So 1-1 coming up for Paola as Haniff and Kauk check out of the game. It'll put McDowell at the line. Popovich exits for Spring Hill. Back in comes Anderson. Trinity McDowell 1 out of 5 at the free throw line tonight. Ties the game at 30. And gives the lead back to Paola at 31-30. Dawson had Anderson open, but Ediger deflected the pass. Out to Cooper. That's a 3, but it's strong. Ediger with a rebound for Paola. 35 seconds left in the third. The Panthers by 1 with the ball. Anderson on a deflection and a steal for Powell. A 2-on-1. Powell, and May got away with the travel. Looked like she kind of shuffled. It's Frank on a putback after the Powell miss, adding to both her scoring and rebounding totals to give the lead back to Spring Hill. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Through the hands of McDowell and out of bounds with 5 seconds left in the third. Kate Milroy checks back in for the final 5 seconds. Spring Hill leading by 1. Same margin they led by when we started the quarter. Three seconds. Frank for 3. She's fouled by Garrett, and it'll be free throws for Frank with 0.5 seconds left in the third quarter. But her foot was on the line, so it's only 2 shots for Frank. It's the second foul on Garrett and the 6th team foul. So 2 shots for Allie Frank. Her foot was on the line, not a 3. And the first one is good. Meredith Todd has checked in for Spring Hill. Played last week for the first time since injuring her knee just over a minute into the season opener. Played a little bit at the end of last Friday's game against Piper. Well, Frank missed the second free throw. McDowell trying to full court heave, threw it right off the arm of Frank, and it's a 2-point Spring Hill lead as we head to the fourth on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Elliott Insurance Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Insurance Group, we work, live, and shop in our local communities, serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years. Elliott Insurance Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Insurance Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit elliottInsuranceGroup.com.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
We start the fourth quarter, and right away a foul against Paola as Dawson got it inside to Allie Frank. They are continuing to feed Frank, who has her 3rd consecutive double-double. The foul is the 3rd on Braden Haniff, 7th team foul. 2-shot foul, though, on this particular occasion, and the first free throw missed by Frank. Spring Hill now just 4 out of 13 at the free throw line. Frank, 14 points, 11 rebounds tonight. Yates in for Haniff for Paola. Third straight double-double for Allie. 5th of the year. And she goes 0 for 2 at the line. Yates able to secure the rebound for Paola, and then they've got a chance to run with a 3-on-2. McDowell from Garrett in the corner, rims out. Frank down to the floor battling Yates. Garrett ends up with it, and Garrett scores. Tie game at 33 all. 4 ties, 15 lead changes tonight. A turnover on the Broncos. They've cleaned it up in the second half. That's just their second half turnover of this game, after they had 11 in the first half. And Clay Freegon has been issued a warning by the official with 7:24 remaining in this ball game. We're tied up at 33. That 2-point lead a moment ago for Spring Hill, believe it or not, was their largest of the game. Paola's largest lead has been 6 as Cooper deflects that one out of bounds. So neither team able to gain any separation tonight. 4 ties, 15 lead changes. Garrett to inbound for Paola. Lobs it up top to McDowell, who leads the way with the Panthers with a dozen. Ediger had the ball knocked out by Anderson. Got it back, and she's able to eventually score it to make it 35-33 Paola. Cooper slashes in for the wing, draws a foul, and will go to the line for 2. It's Garrett who's called for her 3rd foul. And the free throw woes continue tonight for Spring Hill. 4 of 15 now. Good effort by Anderson to try to save that basketball, but Garrett comes up with it for Paola. Panthers with the ball up by 2. Ediger on the blow by. The bucket goes, but they're going to call an offensive foul on Kate Ediger as the Paola crowd boos the call. It's Ediger's 2nd of the 9th team foul. And it waves off 2 points from Ediger. 6:43 to play. And Spring Hill's got it back down by 2. Bounce into Cooper, knocked out by Bryant. Meredith Todd will check in for Spring Hill, and for Paola, Maddie Kauk checks into the game. Dawson lobs into Todd, who pulls the trigger on a 3, but it's off the heel. Anderson comes up with a rebound and then misses. Frank missing as well. Frank again down to the floor, gets tied up, and they're going to call a jump ball, which will give it to Paola. So a couple of really good looks there for Spring Hill to try to tie this game up, but they come up empty. Meredith Todd will come right back out. Jenna Weber and Kaylee Oakes check in as Todd and Anderson exit for Spring Hill. 6:23 remains. Paola by 2. Pressure on Kauk on the sideline. And a timeout, Paola. So we'll take a timeout with 6:12 remaining. It's a 2-point game here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
6:12 remains in the fourth quarter tonight, and a close one. 4 ties, 16 lead changes tonight. It has been back and forth to say the least, and it's a 2-point game right now with the Paola Panthers on top with the ball, 6:12 to go. Paola with 2 timeouts remaining. Spring Hill still has 4. The Broncos in a double bonus. Paola in the 1-and-1. McDowell with the ball. Leads the Panthers with a dozen. Now looks to get an assist to go along with it, but the 3 by Yates misses, and Allie Frank pulls down her 13th rebound. Dawson drive and kick out to Milroy for the lead from the corner, won't go. And it's controlled by Paola on the miss by McDowell. Her 8th rebound to go along with her team leading 12 points. Paola lost by 2 at home on January 3rd to Spring Hill. Now they lead by 2 here in the 4th on the road. Offensive foul on McDowell. That's her 3rd. And the 2nd offensive foul committed by Paola in this 4th quarter. Brooke Powell checking back in for Spring Hill. Braden Haniff returns for Paola. 5.5 to go. Oakes out to Milroy, and now to Frank on the baseline. On the drive, Haniff may got a piece of it. Frank stays with it once, but can't get the second chance to go. Dakaya Yates clears the possession away for Paola. McDowell steps into a 3 from the top of the key and drains it as she puts Paola up by 5 with 5 minutes to play. Oakes spinning little scoop with a left hand, rims out. Madison Bryant with the rebound for Paola. Yates now from the corner for a long 2. And Allie Frank there for another Spring Hill rebound, her 15th of the night. 4.5 to play. Broncos down by 5. Pass deflected and stolen by Yates. McDowell doesn't have the numbers. She'll hold up now. Haniff down the right lane line, splits defenders and draws a foul. 2 shots for Braden Haniff coming up. Well, neither team has been great at the line tonight, but Paola has been slightly better. They are 7 of 16 compared to the 4 of 16 for Spring Hill. Haniff now 3 out of 5 at the line for her, as Weber and Popovich come in for Spring Hill. Ediger and Clark back in for Paola. Second foul shot missed. Powell got it with a full head of steam the other way, but missed the layup. Clark the rebound for Paola. All alone is McDowell up in the front court, and she gets the lay-in. The 4th quarter run here for Paola has given the Panthers their largest lead of the night at 41-33 with 3:04 to play and a timeout Spring Hill. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hills Heating and Air Conditioning Company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
4:04 remains in the fourth quarter. A 10-0 run by the Paola Panthers. The game's largest run has put the Panthers on top by 8, their largest lead of this game, with just 4 minutes remaining now for Spring Hill. Broncos had a 33-31 lead to start this fourth quarter, but they have not scored in the period. And Paola, with a 10-0 advantage here in the fourth, has taken a 41-33 lead. Powell on the wing, up top to Weber. Underneath Popovich. Hits it across the lane somehow through arms and legs and everything else. Milroy gets inside but lost the handle. Foul is committed then after, I believe they're going to, well, the officials got a fist up to call a foul. And that's what they're going to go with after a brief conversation. A foul is called against Popovich, her third against Spring Hill, and their 8th team foul after the Ediger rebound. So Kate Ediger will now go to the free throw line to look to add to this 8-point lead for Paola. 1-1, as that was team foul number 9 against Spring Hill. And both foul shots good for Kate Ediger. She extends that run to a 12-0 run now for Paola here in the fourth quarter, as they have held Spring Hill scoreless in the period. And with 3:37 to go, Spring Hill, they really need some offense in a hurry now. Instead, they turn it over. McDowell up to Ediger. Swung back to McDowell. McDowell attacks and lays it in. Now 19 points from Trinity McDowell. And a huge fourth quarter for Paola has the Panthers starting to pull away now, up a dozen with under 3 to go. Popovich is fouled. A little bit of a late call there. Popovich kind of lost it on the way up. And they eventually call the foul on Hannah, her 4th. So 2 shots for Popovich. Michaela 1 for 1 at the line. 5 points tonight. Boddicker back for Paola. Dawson back for Spring Hill. That point, the first of the fourth quarter for Spring Hill with 2:49 left in this quarter. Garrett also returns for Paola. And the second free throw short, did just touch the rim. Garrett the rebound. Now Paola with an 11-point lead and 2:40 to play. They have outscored Spring Hill 14-1 in this fourth quarter. And McDowell gets her own miss, then has it blocked by Popovich, but Ediger will get him another chance. McDowell a rebound short of a double-double now for Paola. The Panthers in no hurry with just over 2 minutes to go, up by 11. Pass behind Boddicker and turned over. Dawson with a steal, and now Spring Hill, they do need to be in a hurry. It's Milroy with the layup on the way and missing, and Garrett commits her 4th foul. So 2 shots for Milroy. First trip to the line tonight for Kate, who is 57% on the season, second best on the team. Avery Anderson checks back in for Popovich. Clark exits for Yates for Paola. One out of two again at the line for Spring Hill. Yates with her 6th rebound. And it's a 10-point lead for Paola with the ball and under 2 minutes left. McDowell, the baseline drive, is fouled. Big night from Trinity McDowell, 19 points and 9 rebounds, and she's at the line. A chance to make it a 20-point night for her. 10th foul against Spring Hill. It's the first on Brooke Powell. A 20-point game from McDowell as the senior is leading Paola to what, for the moment, looks like it's going to be a road victory to avenge an earlier loss at home to the Broncos. Meredith Todd has checked in for Spring Hill. McDowell hits both foul shots. And the Broncos trail again by a dozen. Todd comes in, misses that three. Looked like McDowell might have got a hand on that three and came up short because of it. Anderson then with the rebound. She's fouled. And 2 shots coming up as Madison Bryant is called for her first. And they're well over the limit with their 13th foul committed in the second half. Anderson with her first point of the game. 7 different Broncos have scored tonight. Paige Cooper checks in for Powell. And Anderson able to hit both free throws. That's all that Spring Hill's had in the fourth quarter. They have not made a shot from the field. They've got 4 free throws in this fourth quarter, and that's it. Yates straight on. Milroy the long rebound. And then Kate loses it as she goes flying into the wall of the baseline. Hopefully she's okay. She looks like she is. But Paola forces another turnover, and McDowell gets another 2 points on the other end. 49-37 with 55 seconds to play. Another steal for Bryant. And Anderson commits the foul with 36 seconds left. So 2 shots coming up for Garrett. Been a nice night for Michaela Garrett as well. 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. She's done a little bit of everything for Paola tonight. Meredith Todd back in for Spring Hill. Well, Garrett will exit after that made free throw. 36 seconds left. Big fourth quarter for Paola. 19-4. They've outscored Spring Hill in this final period as they have pulled away to what's going to be a double-digit victory tonight in a game that was anything but a double-digit type game. 4 ties and 16 lead changes in this game. But after Paola tied it at 33 and then took the lead a moment later at 35-33 to start this fourth quarter, and they have run away with it in this final frame. For the Broncos, it'll be their 4th straight loss. Paola has won 3 games in a row for the first time this season now. And Paola has also now won 3 straight Frontier League games after they started 0-4 in the league. They'll get to 3-4 in the league, and Spring Hill will drop to 2-5 in the Frontier League. And a foul called on Anderson with just 9 seconds left, so a couple of more free throws coming up for Paola. Haniff needs them both to give herself a 10-point game tonight. And she does hit the first. Julia Hess checks in for Spring Hill. Powell rebounds that miss, and another foul with 4 seconds left will extend this game a little bit longer. The Bryant foul puts Kate Milroy at the line for 2 shots. Sydney Boddicker back in for Paola. Milroy gets them both. Paola inbounds, and that will do it for tonight. So final score here in Spring Hill tonight, the Paola Panthers with a 12-point road victory over the Spring Hill Broncos, 51-39 your final. Paola improves to 7-8 with their 3rd straight victory, now 3-4 in the league. And Spring Hill drops their 4th straight game. They fall to 5-11 and 2-5 in the Frontier League as the Panthers pull away in the 4th quarter, outscoring Spring Hill 20-6 in the 4th quarter, turning a 2-point deficit to start the quarter into a 12-point win in the end as the Broncos fail to make a shot from the field in the 4th quarter. They get 6 free throws, but Paola pulls away to a 51-39 victory. We're back to wrap things up on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. Coming up still the boys game. That's coming up a little bit later on here tonight on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Collision and Paint Center. A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome into the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show, brought to you by Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, where they work with all insurance companies to get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. Final score in our girls' game tonight, 51-39, as the Paola Panthers pull away in the 4th quarter for a 12-point road victory to improve to 7-8 on the season and 3-5 in the Frontier League. A game that had 4 ties and 16 lead changes through the first 3 quarters. The entire game was played inside of an 8-point window, with Paola leading by as many as 6 and Spring Hill leading by as many as only 2, which is what they led by at the end of 3 quarters. It was 33-31 Spring Hill. But then the 4th quarter came around and Spring Hill didn't make a shot in the 4th quarter, and Paola outscored them 20-6 in the final period, as the Broncos got just 6 4th quarter free throws and it took them 12 free throw attempts even to get those 6 points. They went 6 of 12 in the fourth quarter, 10 of 24 for the game at the free throw line only. And Paola pulls away in the final period to win this one 51-39. The Panthers a +5 on the glass before it was all said and done. Spring Hill was a +3 at halftime, but then they get out-rebounded in the second half, 21-13. And Paola assisting 12 of their 16 buckets. Spring Hill, 9 assists on 14 field goals. The Broncos had 18 turnovers. Paola with 16 turnovers tonight. Spring Hill made just 1 3-pointer. Paola knocked down 3 from downtown. And the Panthers went 14 of 26 at the free throw line, so not great necessarily there, but still better than the 10 of 24 that Spring Hill had at the free throw line tonight. 14 different girls scored in this game. Each team had 7 different players score. And for Paola, a big night from Trinity McDowell. 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 assist to help Paola with the 12-point victory tonight. She was the only player in double figures for the Panthers, but they got plenty of contributions elsewhere. Brayden Hanneth, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Dakaya Yates, 3 points and 6 rebounds. Sophie Jones with 2 points. Kate Ediger, 8 points and 5 rebounds. Michaela Garrett, 5 points, 5 rebounds, and a team-high 3 assists. And Maddie Kalk with 1 point, 1 rebound, 1 assist for Paola. For Spring Hill, their lone player in double figures tonight was Allie Frank again for the 6th straight game, and she also put together her 3rd straight double-double, 14 points and 15 rebounds tonight for Allie, as she has now just been a dominant factor the last 3 games. She's got a combined 46 points and 44 rebounds. 46 points and 44 rebounds in the last 3 games for Allie Frank. Unfortunately, tonight it comes in a losing effort with her 3rd straight double-double and 5th of the year. Kate Milroy, 8 points tonight. Avery Anderson with 2 points along with 3 rebounds. Jenna Weber with 1 point, tied for a team high with 2 assists. Brooke Powell, 4 points, 3 rebounds. Kaylee Oakes with 4 points and a couple of rebounds. Michaela Popovich tied her season high with 6 points tonight. And Kaylin Dawson, who had a team-high 14 points the first time they played Paola, she was held scoreless tonight for Spring Hill, their 3rd leading scorer on the year, but no points tonight from Dawson. She did have a team-tying 2 assists in the game. So once again, your final score, Paola 51, Spring Hill 39, as the Broncos drop to 5-11 overall, 2-5 in the Frontier League, 4th straight loss for Spring Hill. And Paola, with their season-best 3rd straight win, they're now 7-8. And they have won 3 straight Frontier League games to get to 3-4 in the Frontier League. Coming up next for Spring Hill will be a visit to Lewisburg on Friday night. They have split their 2 matchups with Lewisburg this year, losing by 14 at home and then winning by 17 in the Wellsville tournament on a neutral site. So that rematch coming up on Friday night right here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Coming up next, it's the boys' game, another rematch of a tightly contested game back in early January that Spring Hill pulled out a victory on the road over the Paola Panthers the first time they met, but they had to earn it 48-43. We'll see if the boys can avoid getting a payback on them as the Paola girls did. That's next here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint. A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net. When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill. Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Comfort Designs pregame show here from Spring Hill High School tonight as we get you set for the boys game now between the Spring Hill Broncos and the Paola Panthers. Pregame show brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. The Paola Panthers in town tonight in a rematch from an early January game that Spring Hill won 48-43 down in Paola. The Panthers enter play now 4-10 on the season, 2-4 in the league, and they're 6th place in the Frontier League, while Spring Hill enters at 6-9, 3-3 in the league. Good for 5th place in the Frontier League. Both teams coming off of losses. For Spring Hill, it was a 22-point loss at home to Piper. A game they trailed by just 4, though, with 7 minutes to play, and then were outscored 20-2 in the final 7 minutes of that loss to Piper. For Paola, their game last Friday nearly ended in victory, but they lost in overtime to Fort Scott 63-59. They had won 3 of their 4 games prior to that loss on Friday, and 2 of those wins were in the Frontier League, so they've had some good vibes here as of late. Now they're going to try to avenge a loss to Spring Hill from earlier, a game that the Broncos won 48-43, and it was a game really decided by the final minutes of the first half and the final minutes of the second half. You take the final 4 of the first half and the final 4 of the second half, and you combine those two, and Spring Hill outscored Paola 25-7 during those 2 4-minute stretches. 13-2 to close the first half and 10-3 to close the second half. They allowed just 6 points total in the second quarter and fourth quarter each, in a game that had 4 ties and 13 lead changes throughout. Was close, but Spring Hill winning the final minutes of both halves was able to pull out that road victory. What does the rematch have in store for us? Find out next. You're watching the Comfort Designs pregame show. That's a look at tonight's matchup, brought to you by Spring Hill Fitness, your local community gym. Spring Hill Fitness is dedicated to making a friendly, judgment-free environment open 24/7. Check them out on Facebook or call 913-686-2027. More to come right after this on Spring Hill Sports Live.
When it comes to optometry, Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back inside the Comfort Designs pregame show, getting you set for Spring Hill and Paola tonight. Our boys game coming up next here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Time for your keys to the game, brought to you by Crown Realty. Let Crown Realty help you get the keys to your dream home. Check out all their listings at crownrealty.com. And if you're in the market to sell your home, remember the key is a great agent, and that's what you'll find at Crown Realty in Spring Hill. Call 913-592-2222. Offensively for the Broncos, we're going to talk about something that's been kind of plaguing them the last couple of games, and that's they need more from outside their top three. Last two games, Johnson, Jones, and Weber, those are their top three scorers on the year. Cooper Jones averages 14, Weber averages 10, and Johnson averages 13.5. That trio has scored 74 points for the Broncos. That's the good. But the bad part is the rest of the team in those two games have combined to score just 10 points. And so they need some more from those guys that aren't named Johnson, Jones, and Weber. Keep getting offense from them guys, sure, but they see if they can find some more offensive contributions from elsewhere tonight. For the defensive key in this ball game, same thing they were able to do in the first matchup with Paola, and that's lock them down. Don't let them go through those long, or don't let them get the long runs. And that's been something you saw it in the Piper game, a game that was close, but then they gave up that long run. The DeSoto game was close, and they gave up a run there in that third quarter. Avoid those long runs, and they did that the first time, and that's what allowed them to make the run at the end of the first half and the end of the second half, which was the difference in the ball game. If they can avoid that again tonight, Broncos should be able to snap out of this little two-game slide and get back above 500 in the league. Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Crown Realty. We'll take a timeout, come back with your starting lineups, and the opening tip is moments away as well. You're watching Spring Hill High School basketball and the Comfort Designs pregame show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your local farm.
For a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area, look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to Cool Crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back inside Spring Hill High School as we get set for the tip tonight, and it's time for your starting lineups, brought to you by Perfect Details Salon at 516 North Webster in Spring Hill. The Broncos will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Perfect Details Salon, where they're devoted to making clients flawless from head to toe. Make an appointment online at salonperfectdetails.com or by calling 913-592-5022. So for the Paola Panthers tonight, their starting lineup as they enter play 4-10 and 2-4 in the Frontier League. Evan Phillips is a 5'8 senior who the Broncos held scoreless the first go-around. And Ryan Wokach, a 5'8 senior, he had 12 points in that game against Spring Hill, one of 3 guys that was in double figures for the Panthers. Bo Robeson is a 6'3 junior. He's number 14 for Paola. Austin Weaver, number 22, is a 5'11 senior. Had just 2 points, but did pull down a team-high 8 rebounds in their first matchup. And Trey Moala is a 6'5 sophomore who had a team-high 13 points and pulled down 4 rebounds as well for Paola the first matchup. Their head coach is Dave Cash. And for the Spring Hill Broncos, their starting lineup tonight looks the same as it has the last 3 games since the return of Connor Zorn. He's number 5, a 6'1 senior, averaging 1.5 points, just under 1 rebound since his return. Cooper Jones, 6'1 junior, number 1, the team's leading scorer at 14 points per game, second on the team at 2.5 assists per game. Ryan Weber is a 6'1 junior, number 15, 10 points and a team high 3.5 assists per game. He had a strong game against Paola with 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in the first matchup. Alex Johnson is a 6'6 senior, number 22, 13.5 points, a team high 5 rebounds per game this year. He led the team in both scoring and rebounding the first time they played Paola. He had 18 and 7. And Aaron Dominic, a 6'6 senior, number 42, who's averaging 2.5 points and 3.5 rebounds per game. He was above both those numbers in the first matchup with the Panthers when he had 4 points and 5 boards. The head coach of the Spring Hill Broncos is Wes Book. Spring Hill 6-9, 3-3 in the league. Paola 4-10, 2-4 in the league. And the opening tap won by Paola. The opening tip brought to you by Spring Hill Recreation Commission. Sign up now for the annual Daddy-Daughter Dance, which is coming up this Saturday, February 15th at the Meadowlark Event Center. $30 per couple and $10 for each additional daughter. To register, go online to springhillrec.org or call 913-592-2214. Phillips will inbound for the Panthers, and he turns it over. Connor Zorn with a steal. Numbers for the Broncos, but they give it back as Wokach races back down for Paola to take it back. Missed opportunity on an early fast break chance for Spring Hill. Remaining scoreless 30 seconds into the opening quarter. Drive from Robeson, steps on the baseline, and now the Panthers have turned it over twice in the opening 30 seconds. Each team has turned it over on every possession so far as we are just underway, but these two teams played a back-and-forth battle back on January 3rd. Backdoor cut, Jones lays it in from the left side on the feed by Johnson, and that puts Spring Hill on top first as they get a nice set play in their first half-court offensive possession of the game after missing a transition chance. 4 ties, 13 lead changes the first time they played. Robeson for 3, and Paola takes the lead. Johnson wraps it around a double team. I don't think Dominic ever saw the pass coming. Stolen by Phillips, and the other side, Wokach misses the lay-in. Alex Johnson rebounds for Spring Hill. Johnson's been hot lately with 6 straight games of 10-plus points and 5-plus rebounds. And that ball, though, fumbled out of bounds by Spring Hill, so the Broncos have already turned it over 3 times. Paola's given it back twice as the two teams trying to settle in here a minute and 40 seconds into the opening quarter. A 3-2 Paola lead. Feeds into Moala. Over top of Dominic. Good job by Trey Moala. They're gathering himself. Controlled it and goes up to put Paola up 5-2. Wokach has picked up already 2 quick assists for Paola. Johnson hands to Jones. Dominic out to set the screen. Now Weber from the corner. Was looking into Dominic. Nothing was there. They swing it back over to Zorn on the left side. Underneath, Weber backs in on the block. Well, turnaround over top of Weaver won't go. And Moala clears for Paola. Moala keeps it himself, coast to coast, then kicks it back out. Wolcott around on the left wing. Nearly 3 minutes into this opening quarter, a 5-2 lead for Paola. The Paola girls earlier tonight avenged their loss at home. That ball knocked out of bounds off of Moala, so both teams have now turned it over 3 times, and in comes Luke Metcalf for Spring Hill, replacing Connor Zorn. Metcalf, a freshman, averaging 4.5 points, 1.5 rebounds per game. Spring Hill JV boys earlier tonight picked up a victory. The varsity going to try to make it a sweep for the Broncos this evening. The JV girls also winners earlier, but the Paola varsity girls with that victory earlier tonight. And there's a rebound for Robeson as Paola turns Spring Hill away again. 4.5 left in the quarter. Both offenses still trying to find some rhythm early on. Wolcott had that 3 right on line, but it was just slightly short. Hit off the rim and then bounces up off the shot clock above the basket. So out of bounds back to Spring Hill. Jones runs the baseline, gets free, and knocks down the tray. So Cooper Jones with all 5 for the Broncos early on in this one. Leads the team at 14 points per night. And he's off to a good start here as Phillips fakes the pass to Moala, then is fouled by Dominic. First foul on Aaron Dominic. First team foul will put Evan Phillips at the stripe for 2 shots. Free throw good by Phillips. And Phillips gets them both. So midway through the quarter, and Evan Phillips has put Paola on top 7-5. Jones, who had it at the top, he's got all 5. Letillier is in there now for the Broncos. Johnson with a deep 3. It's short and goes out of bounds, not touched, so it will be Paola basketball as Wolcott trying to screen off Jones to make sure he wasn't able to save that basketball. Paola with the ball, up by 2. Moala at the high post. One-on-one with Johnson. Goes right at him, but can't put it in off the glass. Weber the rebound for Spring Hill. Johnson out to Letillier. Now back up top, Johnson. Weber in the short corner. Gets inside the paint and then kicks it right back out. Johnson pulls the trigger again on a 3. Moala right there guarding him. Strong rebound by Caden Markham for Paola and able to avoid traveling as well. He didn't have his balance very good as he came down, but got rid of it. Good rebound and keeps the possession for Paola with 2.5 left in the quarter. And now Markham for 3. It's short. Cooper Jones the rebound. Well, 2.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Cooper Jones with all 5 for Spring Hill as the Broncos had it tied up for a moment at 5. Have not led yet other than the opening 2-0 lead that was then answered by a 5-0 Paola run. Weber on an offensive rebound. Putback goes. So Weber rebounded the Letillier missed 3 and ties the game up at 7. Moala, quick explosion around the corner, and the layup is good with a foul. The foul is on Spring Hill's Cooper Jones, his first, second team foul of the quarter. Bo Robeson and Austin Weaver check back in for Paola. Daniel Mitchell comes in for Spring Hill. And Moala goes to the free throw line with 1:53 left here in this first quarter. 4 first quarter points for Moala, but he missed the free throw, and an offensive rebound. It was tipped right into the hands of Austin Weaver, and he sticks it back in for Paola, and the Panthers lead by 4. Jones around the corner, stops on the block and banks it in. Good job by Jones not to go flying into the defender, Audi, who had come over, wanted to draw a charge, but Cooper came to the stop and banks it in. He's got a 7 of 9 for Spring Hill. Robeson up top, Audi with the extra pass over to Markham. Good contest by Letillier, and Mitchell the rebound for Spring Hill. Just over a minute left in the quarter. Broncos a chance to tie it up or perhaps take the lead back here. Johnson at the free throw line, hands to Letillier, gives it back up top, or to Metcalf, then to Letillier. Johnson now works from the corner. 43 seconds to go. Crosses over on Robeson. Lost it though. Moala may have knocked it out of his hand. Audi through the hands of Moala, and they give it back to Spring Hill. Aaron Dominic checks in for Spring Hill. He'll replace Letillier, and also Zorn and Weber return as Jones and Johnson check out of the game with 34 seconds left. An 11-9 Paola lead on the road here in this opening quarter. 2 ties, 1 lead change so far. Zorn trying to work his way around the wing on the right side. It comes back over to Mitchell on the left wing. 15 seconds left. Mitchell falling over, and a push called on Fletcher Audi, his first. Team's first for Paola with 10.9 left in the first quarter. And Jones, along with Johnson, back in for Spring Hill. Weber works off a screen with 5, leans in, banks it in. So Weber ties the game up at 11 at the buzzer. And we played 11 all here in Spring Hill on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
After the second quarter, Spring Hill and Paola tied up 11 all. After 3 ties and 1 lead change in that opening 8 minutes. Ryan Weber, he's got the ball here for Spring Hill, had 4. Cooper Jones, who's at the top of the key with 7 in that first quarter for Spring Hill. Johnson cut off on the baseline, gets it back up top to Weber. And the Panthers were led by Trey Moala with 4 in that first quarter. And there's Cooper Jones for 3 again. He's hit now twice from downtown, 10 points already for Jones, and Spring Hill has taken a 14-11 lead. 7-0 run for Spring Hill after they trailed 11-7 with a minute and a half left in the first quarter. Weber able to save that one on the sideline on a steal. Zorn lays it in. There's a foul, and it's a blocking foul. So Zorn with a 2-point bucket and a chance to make it a 3-point play. They call it on Evan Phillips. His first, there was a bit of a hesitation whether they were going to call a block or a charge there, but a blocking foul is called, extending this run up to a 9-0 run now for the Broncos. Zorn's free throw makes it a 10-0 run. Fletcher Audi checks in for Paola. (17-11) Spring Hill. Just underway, second quarter. Trying a lob for Moala, but Spring Hill able to take that away, and Moala couldn't get free to go up and get it. It's just thrown out of bounds instead for the 6th Paola turnover. And the Broncos have it up by 6, 6:52 left in the first half. Trying to defeat Paola for the second time this year. A 5-point victory in Paola on January 3rd for the Broncos. Jones has had a hot hand early, can't get that three, but Aaron Dominic keeps it alive for Spring Hill. Putback is good from Dominic. Second chance bucket makes it a 12-0 run for Spring Hill, and a timeout Paola. A 30-second timeout used by the Panthers with 6:33 remaining in this first half, as Dave Cash tries to shut down the momentum that the Broncos have started to build up here on a 12-0 run going back to the final minute and a half of the first quarter. They got the final 2 buckets of the first quarter to tie this game at 11, and now they've opened up the second quarter strong with a quick 8 points in the opening 127 of the second quarter. Broncos break the timeout with their same starting 5 out there. Jones, Zorn, Weber, Dominic, and Johnson. And for Paola, Fletcher Audi will bring it up along with Wokach and Robeson on the wings. Austin Weaver and Trey Moala for Paola. Zone defense for Spring Hill coming out of his timeout, as Paola works it back and forth across the top of the arc, trying to decipher the defense. Nearly taken away by Johnson. And Robeson able to avoid going out of bounds and sneak it back in and through for Bo Robeson. Nice play there and make it 19-13 with 6 minutes left in the first half, ending a 12-0 run by the Broncos. Johnson on the drive, and then Moala with the block from behind. He got around him, but Trey Moala recovers and rejects it. Moala off the left wing, nothing there. Robeson had it knocked down, but gets it back. The Panthers still trying to figure out a way to attack this zone defense. That's one way to do it. Ryan Wokach knocks down the 3. Second 3-pointer for Paola, and they're back within 3 with 4:49 left in the half. Quiet game to start for Alex Johnson, who fires up a 3 that misses. It looked like it's off Moala. It is. It'll stay with Spring Hill as Metcalf returns and Cody Powell checks in for Spring Hill. And Evan Phillips returning along with Caden Markham for Paola. 4.5 to go in the second quarter. Cooper Jones around to Cody Powell. Now Weber. Jones in the corner. He's got 10 right now for the Broncos. Trying to get it back to Dominic. It's deflected and stolen. But then losing the basketball, Weaver. Powell looked like he had poked it free, but then it went off of Weaver last. So Spring Hill will get it back. Good play there by Cody Powell. Taking away a transition chance for Paola with 3:59 left in the half. A 3-point Bronco lead. A 12-0 run gave Spring Hill this lead. It was once 8 down to 3 right now. Another deflection. Weber kept his dribble alive as he was knocked to the floor. Lob inside Dominic, and he is fouled. And they call it on Austin Weaver. First foul on him, the third team foul. And Dominic will get 2 shots out of it. Aaron misses the first. He's now just 2 out of 17 this year at the free throw line. Broncos are a 64% shooting team as a whole, but Dominic 0 for 2 on this trip. So stays at the 3-point lead for Spring Hill. And now Paola's turned it over for the 8th time. Alex Johnson checks back in for Spring Hill, their second leading scorer on the year. 6 straight games in double figures, but he has yet to score tonight. Robeson has checked back in as well for Paola. 3.5 left in the half. Johnson, little teardrop, comes off the backside, and Robeson the rebound. 3 minutes left in the half in a 3-point game. Weaver bounce into Moala. He's tripped. Third foul on Spring Hill. Should be on the floor. That's called on Weber, his first. Robeson, a skip to Phillips. Into the corner for Weaver. Now back up top with 2:28 left and counting in this second quarter. Phillips, deep three to try to tie it. It's an air ball, and Spring Hill gets it back. Off of the bench for Paola comes Logan Newkirk along with Fletcher Audi. Cody Powell checks out for Spring Hill. Luke Metcalf back into the lineup. Johnson at the high post, gives it on the flare back out to Weber. Now Jones gets free. Good look from straight away, and Cooper Jones has knocked down 3 3-pointers now. He's got a game-high 13 points, and the Broncos lead by 6. 2 minutes left in the half. Cooper had just 5 points the first meeting with Paola, so he has turned that around tonight with 13 already in the first half. That 5 was a season low for Jones. Missed 3 by Markham, rebounded by Weber. Jones this time drives, scoops it off the glass with the left hand to continue to add to his big first half. Timeout taken by Paola with 1:28 remaining in the first half, as Cooper Jones has put the Broncos up by 8, matching their largest lead of the game. 15 points from junior Cooper Jones. 10 more already than he had the entire game against Paola the first time, when he not only had a season-low 5 points scoring the basketball, but he didn't record an assist in that game either, which was the first and only time this year he hasn't recorded an assist, so it was a tough night in Paola for Cooper, but it's been a great start to this one. He's got 15 of the 24 for the Broncos, and they lead by 8 with 1:28 left in the half. Paola will have the basketball and out of the timeout. The Panthers have led by as many as 4 in this first half. But a 12-0 run to close the first quarter and start the second quarter for Spring Hill gave the Broncos a nice little advantage that Paola was able to trim back down to 3. But then back-to-back buckets by Jones, a 3 and a layup, have pushed it up to 8 again, matching the largest the lead's been for Spring Hill in this first half, which has had 3 ties and 2 lead changes. Markham outside to Newkirk. Newkirk, a little step back on the baseline, is blocked by Metcalf. Smothered by Luke Metcalf, and the Broncos have it back with a minute to go in the half, up by 8. Johnson still scoreless as that ball blocked out of bounds by Bo Robeson. Ryan Wilkutch, Trey Moala back in for Paola. Jones catch and shoot 3 on the inbound is a bit short that time. Robeson clears it for Paola. 45 seconds left in the half. Audi has it out near midcourt now with 30 seconds left in the quarter. Paola scored just 5 points here in the second quarter. Audi on the drive, little fadeaway, banked in off the glass. Well, Fletcher Audi makes it a 6-point game with 12 seconds left. Weber gets a double screen. Stops, kicks it back out to Johnson. Deep 3 from AJ is short. Markham the rebound, and a full court heave will end the first half. Spring Hill on top of Paola, 24-18 through one half of basketball. Coming up next, it's the halftime show brought to you by the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to Cool Crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome into the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show, brought to you by Leah Smith Farmers Insurance. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. To learn more, call 913-221-0755. Just up the street at 159th and Merlin, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. 24-18 at the half. Spring Hill with a 6-point lead. 3 ties, 2 lead changes in that first half. The game was tied at 11 at the end of the first quarter, but then Spring Hill, who scored the final 4 points of the first quarter, scored the first 8 of the second quarter, and that 12-0 run by the Broncos put them up 19-11. Paola got it back down to 3, but then a back-to-back buckets from Cooper Jones, a 3 and a layup, pushed it back to 8, and then Fletcher Audi got the final 2 of the half there with 12 seconds left for Paola to get it back down to 6, but the Broncos using that 12-0 run to open up a little bit of a lead, and now we'll see if they can hold on to it through the second half as they lead Paola 24-18. 3 ties, 2 lead changes in that opening 16 minutes. The two teams played a 5-point game down in Paola on January 3rd, and they've got another good one going here tonight. 24-18, Spring Hill on top of Paola. Back with the first half numbers for you right after this on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show.
Elliot.
Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
Elliott Insurance Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Insurance Group, we work, live, and shop in our local communities, serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years. Elliott Insurance Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Insurance Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit elliottInsuranceGroup.com. Are you
Great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance halftime show. 24-18 our halftime score tonight with Spring Hill on top of Paola. 24-18 margin as the Broncos try to pick up their 7th win of the year. They are 3-3 in the Frontier League. Paola 4-10 overall. They are 2-4 in the Frontier League. As we take a look at our first half numbers, dead even on the glass, 8-8 rebounding total. Spring Hill 4 assists, Paola with 3 turnovers, 4 of them for Spring Hills, and 8 Paola first half turnovers. Both teams went to the line 3 times, with Spring Hill making just 1, Paola making 2. Both teams knocked down, the Spring Hill knocked down 3 first half 3-pointers, and Paola made 2 first half 3-pointers. So pretty even numbers across the board in a pretty even contest so far at 24-18. Paola led in the first half by Bo Robeson's 5 points. He also pulled down a team-high 3 rebounds. Evan Phillips with 2, Ryan Wokuch with 2, or rather a 3, and a team-high 2 assists. Fletcher Audi with 2, Austin Weaver with 2, and Trey Moala with 4 for the Panthers. For Spring Hill, big first half from Cooper Jones, 15 points for the junior guard. One more than his per-game average already. He has scored in double figures 8 straight games, make it 9 now tonight, and a 15-point first half for Jones. Ryan Weber with 4, Connor Zorn with 3, and Aaron Dominic with 2. No points from Alex Johnson in that first half, the second leading scorer of the year for the Broncos, who has scored double figures now 6 straight games. But the Panthers shut out Johnson in that first half. Despite that, Spring Hill still with a 6-point lead here at the half. 24-18 our halftime score. Spring Hill leading Paola. We'll start the second half next. You've been watching the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance Halftime Show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
We get set to start the second half tonight in Spring Hill. It's a 24-18 lead for the Broncos on top of the Paola Panthers, looking for their second win this year over Paola. A 48-43 Spring Hill win back on January 3rd in Paola. And now tonight a 6-point halftime lead. The Broncos led by as many as 8 in the first half. Paola's largest lead was 4 back in the first quarter. 3 ties, 2 lead changes overall. The Broncos 5th in the league right now at 3-3. And the Panthers are 6th in the Frontier League at 2-4. Coming up next for Spring Hill is a visit to Lewisburg on Friday night this week. They had a 17-point victory over Lewisburg earlier this year, and now they'll have a chance to tonight have a 2-game sweep of Paola and then do the same with Lewisburg coming up on Friday night. But first things first, they got to close out this one. Up by 6 as we are underway second half. Paola with the basketball. Evan Phillips, Ryan Wolkuch, Bo Robeson, Trey Mawala, and Austin Weaver. And for Spring Hill, it's Ryan Weber, Cooper Jones, Connor Zorn, Aaron Dominic, and Alex Johnson. Robeson's got it. He had 5 in the first half, leading the scoring for Paola. Wolkuch stripped by Weber. Lobs ahead to Zorn, but Phillips tracked him down to knock it free and get it back for Paola. Wolkuch trying to drive, runs out of room on the baseline. They bring it back up top to Phillips. And Phillips again, this time across to Wolkuch. Ryan Wolkuch, deep three-pointer off the mark. Weber the rebound. Ryan Weber now a team-high 4 rebounds in this game. 4 points as well for Weber. And he'll run the point here for the Broncos, up by 6. Ooh, they had Jones on the back door, but Johnson couldn't get it to him. Now Connor Zorn trying to muscle his way in. Can't get the bank shot to go. Austin Weaver clears it for Paola. 1.5 minutes into this third quarter. No points yet for either team. Mawala on the cut, and a foul, offensive foul on Mawala. His first and the team's first. So the first half had a combined just 6 fouls called, 3 on each team. So nobody in foul trouble to speak of. Nobody has more than 1 foul in this game, as that was the first on Moala. 2 minutes into the second half. Johnson on the drive, and he lays it in. So Spring Hill gets the first points of this third quarter and pushed the lead back up to 8, tying the largest it's been tonight. Spring Hill doing a good job keeping Paola perimeter oriented with this zone defense. Had a tough time getting anything inside. Robeson settles for a deep 3 again, and it's Ryan Weber who collects another rebound. Up to Jones, and a good defensive play by Evan Phillips as he blocked that layup. Did it without any contact. And now a timeout. Paola. We'll take a quick break with them with 5:11 to go in the third quarter. Spring Hill by 8. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
5:11 left to play in quarter number 3. Just 2 points scored so far in this second half. A Alex Johnson layup, which was Alex's first points of this game. And Broncos' second leading scorer on the year, who's been in double figures 6 straight. Cooper Jones has now been in double figures 9 straight for the Broncos. He's got 15 to lead all scorers tonight. 10 more than any other player in this game. And it's an 8-point Spring Hill lead with Paola in control of the basketball. 3 minutes into the second half. Panthers 4-10 on the season. Spring Hill 6-9. Phillips gets around Jones and finishes with the right-hand layup. This is Metcalf now straight away, and he knocks down a triple for Spring Hill. First bucket for Luke Metcalf, and that makes it a 9-point game with 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Largest lead for Spring Hill. Moala attacks to the other side, stays with it, and gets it on the second chance. Six points now for Moala. He's the top scorer for Paola. He led him in the first meeting with Spring Hill as well with 13 that night. Johnson to Metcalf, who steps back for another 3. Timeout Spring Hill as the Broncos have pushed the lead up to double figures. 32-22, 3:58 to play in the third quarter, and a timeout taken by Spring Hill. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Price Chopper has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need, from apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to Cool Crisp lettuce. Plus, the Spring Hill Price Chopper is now your home for Dunkin' Donuts. Locally owned and operated, Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
3:58 left third quarter. Spring Hill has opened up a 10-point lead on top of Paola. A couple of threes from Luke Metcalf the last 2 times down for Spring Hill, and the freshman has given the Broncos their largest lead of the night. Paola with the basketball coming out of the timeout. Bo Robeson, Fletcher Audi, Trey Moala, Ryan Wolkutch and Caden Markham on the floor for Paola. Jones, Metcalf, Weber, Johnson, and Letellier is checked in now for Spring Hill. Rowdy finds Moala at the high post. He then works back out of the perimeter. Weber falls over, no whistle though. And then Moala on the entry pass to him, had it poked away from behind by Johnson. Spring Hill runs, Spring Hill fires a three but won't get it. Markham the rebound for Paola. Nearly thrown behind Robeson, who did a good job just to catch that one. Now Paola will set up the half-court offense with 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Panthers down by 10. And some bump on the sideline, and Weber, unfortunately, is going to get called for a foul as he bumped into Wolkutch, which gave the official really no choice because Wolkutch then went out of bounds, and he didn't go out on his own, so you had to call the foul, and Weber picks up his second. It's the team's first of the second half. Markham against Johnson. It's blocked by Alex. Will go out of bounds and stay with Paola. And the Panthers again having a tough time finding any luck inside. Markham looked like he got grabbed that time, and he wanted a whistle but didn't get one. Looked like he kind of was falling over backwards as he tried to gather that inbound pass, but the Broncos might have got away with one there. Now Weber on the right wing. Bounce underneath Johnson, quickly turns and puts it in. 34-22 Spring Hill with 2:22 left in the third. Robeson trying to work around Letellier. But Evan cut him off and forces it back out onto the perimeter. Markham inside. Can't get the pass to Moala though. Went through his hands and stolen by Weber. Metcalf left open. He's hit twice already in this quarter, and now he's added a third three here in the third quarter. Fifth assist for Ryan Weber as well, as he's having another strong night. And it's another timeout for Paola, as they are down to just one timeout remaining with still 1:40 left in the third. Broncos by 15. You're watching Spring Hill High School basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
1:40 to play, third quarter. 37-22 Spring Hill on top of Paola. And Broncos used a 12-0 run to close out the first and start the second quarter to give themselves a little breathing room. And put them up 8 at the time. Paola got it back down to as little as 3. But now 8 straight from Spring Hill after Paola had closed it to 7 earlier in this third quarter. And it is a 15-point lead now for Spring Hill. Wolkutch can't knock down the 3. And Ryan Weber, who's had a strong game across the board, 4 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. As he pulls down that one there. He leads the team in both rebounds and assists tonight. The Broncos' leading scorer on the night, Cooper Jones. He's on the bench currently, as John Mitchell has checked into the game. So Weber, who's been dishing out the helpers, this time does it himself. Hits from the mid-range on the baseline, and the lead grows to 17 for Spring Hill. Markham underneath, got great position inside and is able to use that position for an easy 2. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Well, Chillier had a backdoor opening there, but Metcalf didn't opt to throw it in there. They'll keep it on the perimeter with 25 seconds left in the quarter. And a timeout, Spring Hill with 20 seconds left. Just a 30-second timeout used by Westbrook. He'll bring Alex Johnson and Cooper Jones back in with the use of that timeout with 20 seconds left. So up by 15. Westbrook will try to drop something for a final look here and try to extend this lead heading into the fourth quarter. Either way, the Broncos are going to go into the fourth with the momentum and a double-digit lead. They are 5-1 this year, and they lead the game at halftime. But just 1-8 if they're trailed or behind. They're 0-7 when they're trailing at the half. Tonight they led by 6, and they've used a strong third quarter to build on that lead. So in good shape right now as Ryan Weber holds it in the backcourt. Lets a few of those seconds tick off. Now with 12, we'll start the set for Spring Hill. Off to the left wing, a high screen from Dominic. Now Metcalf has 3 seconds. Alex Johnson, top of the key with 2, puts up a leaning 3 off right iron, and we've reached the end of 3 with Spring Hill on top of Paola 39-24 as we go to the fourth on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Elliott Insurance Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Insurance Group, we work, live, and shop in our local communities, serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years. Elliott Insurance Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Insurance Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit elliottInsuranceGroup.com.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
Back inside Spring Hill High School, we head to the fourth quarter with Spring Hill up by 15, 39-24. The Broncos will take a 3 from the corner from Zorn to start the fourth. Wokach the rebound for Paola. But the Broncos in control of this game as a foul is called here on a aggressive drive by Moala. A chance to go up and make a defensive play. Johnson contested it, but he's called for the foul, and that will be Alex's first and the team's second foul. It's been a very clean game in that department. We've had still just 9 total fouls called in this game. 5 on Spring Hill and 4 on Paola. So it has been a well-played game in that regard. And Moala able to knock down both free throws for Paola. So he's got 8 points now. Top scorer for the Paola Panthers, but Paola down by 13. And now they forced a turnover. Metcalf has it taken away. Moala unable to hit the leaner and down to the floor. They're going to call a jump ball on that, and it'll stay with Paola. Phillips into Markham. The pass behind him. He wasn't able to catch it right in the pocket. Would have had a chance to fire an open 3 there, but instead Paola will again try to navigate this defense of Spring Hill that's kept them in check. Just 26 points tonight for Paola. Inside to Weaver, and after the double pump, can't score over Dominic. Moala and Johnson get tied up on the rebound, and Moala will be called for the foul. That's just his second. Only the second team foul of the second half against Paola. Ryan Weber back in for Metcalf. Big game from Weber tonight. 6 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, doing everything for the Broncos. Cooper Jones, who's got the ball, bringing it up right now. He's got 15 to lead the way. Weber bounce into Johnson, leaves it for Dominic, and it's swatted by Wokuch, but a foul. So Ryan Wokuch called for the foul, his first. Will put Dominic at the free throw line for 2 shots. Aaron 0 for 2 in the game, just 2 out of 18 this year at the free throw line. But he knocks down that one. Second free throw misses. Moala the rebound. Wokuch in the corner. Rebounded by Markham, and then he falls out of bounds, and they will call it just straight out of bounds. 6:20 remains in the ball game, and a 14-point lead for Spring Hill. Jones pulls up on the baseline, and it spins out. So Cooper's had a nice game with 15, but they have shut him out so far in the second half. Spring Hill hoping that they're going to have a big enough cushion to not make that matter. But Ryan Wokuch hits for a second time from downtown, and it's now 40-29. .540 left as this clock. If you're Paola, it's looking like it's running too fast, and if you're Spring Hill, you can't get it to run any faster. Johnson gets through the defense and lays another one in. Slow night, just 6 points from Alex Johnson, but all 6 will come in the second half as he tries to propel his guys to the finish line, up by 13 with 5:24 remaining in the fourth quarter. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
42-29 Spring Hill with 5:24 remaining in the fourth quarter tonight. A game that had 3 ties and 2 lead changes in the first half. Spring Hill closed out the half on a nice run to take a 6-point lead into halftime. They extended that lead up to as many as 17 in the third quarter. And Paola right now down by 13 with 5:24 to go, and the Panthers have the basketball. Moala working for the mid-post, out to Audi, now back to Moala. Works his way into the center of the paint and draws a foul against Aaron Dominic. Well, Aaron picks up his second foul, and the third team foul charge to Spring Hill in his second half. 2 shots coming up for Trey Moala, who has been good at the line, 2 out of 3, 8 points, top scorer for Paola tonight. 7 different guys have scored for the Panthers in this game. One out of 2 for Moala. Weber the rebound. And it's a 12-point Spring Hill lead with 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Weber's pass deflected. Wolcott steals it away. Fourth quarter turnover for Spring Hill as Robeson can't get the leaner to go. And Ryan Weber scoops up another rebound, his 8th. Jones into the paint, into Robeson, and they're going to call him for the charge. So Cooper Jones commits his second foul. And that will also go as a turnover on the offensive foul. So they have as many turnovers now, Spring Hill, here in this fourth quarter as they've had in the ball game coming into this fourth quarter. But still up by a dozen with 4.5 to play. Trying to hold on to snap out of a little 2-game slide and pick up win number 7 and get back above 500 in the league. Broncos are 3-3 in the Frontier League. Paola at 2-4. Panthers had won 3 of 4 before losing last Friday in overtime to Fort Scott. Moala grabbed the basketball, did Weber. The jump ball, and it's Spring Hill basketball. So Weber continues to do everything tonight, whether it's on the offensive or defensive end of the floor, with 6 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and another nice defensive play there. High off the glass, Johnson trying to float that one in, but Wolcott brings it away for Paola and gets fouled on the other end. Weber that time trying to chase him down to make yet another defensive play, but gets caught for the foul that time. It'll be his 3rd personal foul, 15th foul, and 2 shots for Ryan Wolcott. A couple of 3-pointers in this game for Wolcott. He's got 6 points. A couple of assists as well for Wolcott, and the senior makes this an 11-point game with that free throw. And now back down to 10. 3.5 to play here in the fourth quarter tonight with the Broncos up by 10. Metcalf thought about it probably too long. Moala the rebound. He's hit 3 times from three-point land, but that time almost was one of those you were too wide open with too much time. Cooper Jones forces the turnover and then a collision and another offensive foul. Wes Book thought that the defender had kind of slid in underneath of him late, but the official sees it the other way and calls Cooper Jones for another offensive foul, his second charge of this fourth quarter, and it gives it back to Paola with 3:13 remaining. And the Broncos still up by 10 as Letellier checks back in for Dominic for Spring Hill. Just over 3 to play. Paola was down 17 in the third quarter. They've got it back down to 10. Trying to get it back into a single-digit deficit now. Moala outside to Markham. Robeson from the corner gives to Wolcott, who's able to knock down that 3. He's hit 2 already in this game, but does not fire that time. Now Robeson, mid-post over top of Johnson, won't go, and Alex with the rebound for Spring Hill. 2.5 to play. Broncos trying to hold out of their 10-point lead. Jones, quick pass underneath to Weber. Got in deep and gets the roll. 44-32 Broncos. Moala with the right hand, banks one home. He's the first into double figures for Paola with 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Spring Hill by 10. Jones gives to Johnson, and Alex missed the layup. Robeson the rebound. Audi clapping his hands, wanted the basketball. Instead, they get it inside to Paola, who converts. And a timeout, Paola, as the Panthers have used their final timeout with 1:39 remaining in the ball game. A lead back to single digits for Spring Hill. The Broncos on top 44-36 with 1:39 to go on Spring Hill Sports Live.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Spring Hill on top of Paola, 44-36, as the Broncos try to hold on for the victory tonight. Paola making the push back. They've outscored Spring Hill 10-5 in this fourth quarter to take a 17-point game at one point in the third. It was down to 15 before the end of the quarter, but they've got it back down to an 8-point game. And Johnson has it knocked away. Fortunately for Alex, though, it went right to his teammate Cooper Jones, who then missed another layup, and Robinson the rebound. So the Broncos have now missed layups on each of the last two times down the floor. That one a little more contested than the last, and Paola can't finish over the contested by Alex Johnson, and then a foul committed by Wokuch of Paola. .118 left in the ball game. It's an 8-point Spring Hill lead. Paola with full court pressure. They have forced several turnovers. In fact, 5 of them out of Spring Hill in this fourth. But this time, the Broncos able to get it across the timeline without any issues. Just over a minute to go. Weber into the corner to Jones. Back up to Weber with Audi pressuring on him. Backdoor cut to Metcalf. Feed to Jones, and it's blocked by Markham. It comes back out to Johnson, down to 50 seconds, and now Paola's going to have to start thinking about fouling, and they will. Fletcher Audi commits the foul. That's only the 5th team foul, so they still have one more to give. Alex Johnson will inbound on the sideline. 48 seconds to go. Spring Hill up by 8. And now Markham commits the foul. That was their final foul to give. 6th team foul. First on Markham. So the next foul will put Spring Hill at the free throw line as they inbound into the backcourt to Cooper Jones, and then Markham fouls him with 42 seconds left. So 1-1 for Cooper. Jones, 15 first half points, has not scored in the second half. This will be his first trip to the line tonight. He's 69% for the year. Big free throws coming down the stretch here for the Broncos. 9 straight games in double figures for the Broncos' leading scorer this year, Cooper Jones. And a couple of big ones there with 42 seconds left. Puts the lead back up to 10 at 46-36. Deep three from Wokuch, and he knocks that one down. That's an 11-point night now from Wokuch. 7-point game under a half minute to play. Robeson fouls Jones at midcourt. Another 1-1 coming up for Cooper Jones. So Jones, 4 out of 4 at the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. It's a 9-point Spring Hill lead with 20 seconds to go. Tough shot from Markham in the corner, and how about that one? That was not an easy shot, and he cuts the lead down to 6, but now Paola running out of time with only 8 seconds left. And it's Jones again who will head to the line for Spring Hill. Third foul on Wolcott. That was the 9th team foul, so another 1-1, but so far 1-1, 2 shots. It hasn't mattered for Cooper. He's 4 for 4 at the line here in the fourth quarter to try to close out this victory for Spring Hill. And calmly hits another free throw. 20 points now from Cooper Jones tonight. Robeson, 3 won't go. Jones tracks it down to the corner. And Spring Hill wins it 50-42 tonight as they improve to 7-9 on the year and 4-3 in the Frontier League. And the Panthers drop to 4-11 overall, 2-5 in the Frontier League. Spring Hill winners tonight here on their home floor for the second time over Paola this year. 50-42 your final. We're back to wrap things up for you on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show next on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your local great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Your local farmer's insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show tonight, where the Spring Hill Broncos defeat the Paola Panthers 50-42 your final. Post-game show brought to you by Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, where they work with all insurance companies and get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. 3 ties, 2 lead changes tonight. That all happened early on in this ball game. Spring Hill took the lead for good on a 3-point shot to open up the second quarter. That put the Broncos up 14-11, and they wouldn't trail again after that. Closest it got was 3 points at 19-16, but Spring Hill used a 12-0 run there in the first to end the first and start the second quarter to build an 8-point lead. And for the most part, it continued to just grow from there. Another 10-0 run by the Broncos midway through the third quarter put them up by 17 at 39-22. That was their largest lead of the game. And after they went up by 17, it stayed a double-digit game until Paola got it down to 8 at 36-44 with about 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But some free throw shooting, some clutch free throw shooting down the stretch for Spring Hill as they went 4 for 4 at the free throw line, or 6 for 6, I should say. Cooper Jones, 6 of 6 at the free throw line of the fourth quarter in the final minute to help close this ball game out, and they needed it too because Paola did hit a couple of three-pointers there in that final minute. But the free throw shooting of Cooper Jones able to keep Paola at bay as Spring Hill wins this one 50-42 tonight to improve to 7-9 on the season at 4-3 in the Frontier League, and the Paola Panthers dropped to 4-11 and 2-5 in the Frontier League. We'll take a timeout, come back with some more of the post-game numbers for you right after this. Again, your final, Spring Hill 50, Paola 42 here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net. This is Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show tonight, where the Broncos win this one over the Paola Panthers 50-42. Your final tonight. We're joined by Wes Book, the head coach of the Spring Hill Broncos, following a nice victory here tonight in the Frontier League, picking up their fourth Frontier League victory. And Coach, you got contributions from a lot of guys in this ball game. Some big moments for lots of guys across the board, whether it be a big shot, a big steal, an assist, or whatever the case may be. A lot of guys got involved in this win tonight. Yeah, and I actually talked about that after the game. You know, Cody Powell and John Mitchell went out there tonight, and, you know, Cody had a nice hustle play where he knocks it off a guy, and it's a turnover, and that's not going to show up in the box score. But, you know, there's a lot of guys that contributed tonight that might not have scored but did other things that helped us out. Cooper Jones ends up with a game-high 21 points, but maybe more impressive than the total is the 6 of 6. He went to the free throw line down there in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Yeah, and he's came out and played really, really well in the first half. We got to find a way to get him to go into the second half. You know, people adjust from that and guard him a little tighter. But the thing I'm proud about Cooper, you know, mentally overcame. He had 2 charges that he was frustrated with. And our big thing on our team is we talk about attitude, which means we stay positive and we move on and try to make that next play. And that's what I was hollering at him. You know, earlier in the year, I think he would get frustrated and miss a couple of those. But, no, he was able to finish it at the line tonight for us. Ryan Weber, a big game from him as well. No huge number necessarily, but he kind of did a little bit of everything. I had him for 8 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. So a nice all-around game there, and forced a couple of nice defensive plays as well. Had a couple of block shots. So I thought he was pretty effective all across the board tonight. No, he had a great game, and again, it goes back to, you know, it's not always just scoring that gets it done. He had some really nice rebounds. I thought he passed it really well, made some really good decisions with the basketball and some of our set plays. He got in there and mixed it up and helped out on the Moala kid. I think he took a charge, forced a couple jump balls. Again, those things don't necessarily show up in a box score, but they contribute to a win. Yeah, and you mentioned Moala, their 6'5" sophomore, who had 13 tonight. He had 13 in the first meeting, but for his kind of numbers, a lot of times the way you guys made him work for his points, nothing easy for him. Is your zone defense there tonight kept it. They really looked like they were struggling to be able to get the ball inside, and when they did, it was almost like they were just having to kind of force the ball in there. So I thought you guys did a pretty good job against him again tonight.
Yeah, and he's going to be a really good player. He's only a sophomore, but you can tell he's going to be really good. He already is pretty good. But, yeah, we wanted to bottle him up and make him work for some things. A few times, he got loose on second chance points where he followed his own miss, but I don't know how many he had just, off of his first shot. He had to go. Like you said, he had to work for it. He had to go get some O boards. He had to make some free throws, and I thought our guys did a good job of following the game plan and making the game difficult on him.
Well, nice win tonight over Paola, and it's the second, of course, win over them, so you can finish off the season sweep of the Panthers. Now you got a chance to do the same thing with Lewisburg coming up on Friday night. A little Valentine's basketball for you guys. A 17-point win against Lewisburg when you held them to just 34 points here at home when you played them the first time around. What do you expect to see Friday when you go make the trip down to Lewisburg?
I know it's going to be a lot tougher. Lewisburg's a tough place to play. We've laid some eggs there, and I know their kids with being it just a couple weeks ago, it's going to be fresh in their minds. They're going to make their adjustments. We just got to be ready to guard again. And I talk about our guys. I never really worry about the other team because we really can't do anything. I mean, if they play well, they play well. But, we got to prepare and do everything that we can do in our control to play well. So, they're going to make some adjustments, and we got to be able to just come out with that same mentality and guard them for 32 minutes like we did last time.
All right, Coach. Well, we'll see you down there in Lewisburg. Thanks for your time after this one, and congratulations to you and your guys on the win tonight.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot.
That's Wes Book, the head coach of the Broncos, who win it tonight 50-42. And again, some of the final numbers for you. Cooper Jones, game high 21 points in this one. One of the only guy, in fact, in double figures for Spring Hill. Ryan Weber, though, across the board, big game. 8 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Connor Zorn with 3. Alex Johnson, 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Luke Metcalf, 9 points tonight, hit 3 3-pointers. Aaron Dominic with 3 as well. For Paola, 2 guys in double figures. Trey Moala with 13. He had 5 boards. Ryan Wolcutch, 11 points and a team-high 4 assists. Caden Markham and Bo Robeson each with 5 points. Robeson also pulled down 5 rebounds, matching Moala for a team high there. Spring Hill wins at 50-42 the final. The Broncos now 7-9 and back at it Friday night with a visit to Lewisburg, who they beat 51-34 earlier this season here at home, and now they'll look to make the season sweep of the Wildcats on Friday. Girls game earlier tonight went the way of Paola. Big fourth quarter for the Panthers. They outscored Spring Hill 20-6 to win 51-39. And in the nightcap, the boys for Spring Hill get the victory 50-42. For Caden Cabajo, I'm Bryce Kessler. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And you've been watching Spring Hill High School basketball on the Shoemaker Collision Paint Center postgame show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
It's time for Spring Hill High School basketball. Spring Hill Sports Live is brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Price Chopper, Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial, the Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Crown Realty, the Elliott Insurance Group, Prime Accounting Solutions, Farmers Insurance, Leah Smith Agency, the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Allstate, Libby Clark Agency, Spring Hill Fitness, Perfect Detail Salon, and Whitesell Optometry.
5.